Hi, good morning. It's Mike Roser here from Strategic Life Coaching LLC. Um, just wanted to talk to you today about 7 easy ways that you can get that weight off and get to the place that you'd like to be. And I've got them behind here for me, so let's take a look. The first one that is very important to me is just actually taking some time. And remember, taking time for yourself is an investment, it's not an expense. And with regard to your health, there's nothing more important, in my opinion, that you can do than to take care of yourself physically. So, as it says here, the first one is read the label. The labels are very, very good, actually. And it's not just about the very meaningful splits that they have on there between carbohydrates, fats and proteins. It's more about the chemicals that are in some of these processed foods. And I'm a firm believer that if you can't pronounce the name of one of these chemicals, you probably shouldn't be eating it. And it makes sense when you think about it. The second thing is if it doesn't have a label, eat a lot of it. For fruits and vegetables and proteins, eat a lot of that. And I found that as time has gone on, I no longer crave the fast food and the things that I used to eat and chocolates and so forth, but now I do crave fruits and vegetables. And this process took a little bit of time and it's not easy. But I've lost 85 pounds. I'm nearing 58 years old, and I've never felt better. And it simply comes down to the choices that you make each and every day. Number three here is think before you act. And this is an important one. As I do this video this morning, it's January 24th, just coming off the holidays. And I try to set realistic goals for myself during the holidays because they are what they are. And so I really try to look at the day as it's going to come. I mean, Thanksgiving is what it is. It's my personal favorite holiday of the year. I love all of the special foods that people make and bring, and I eat pretty well on Thanksgiving, but I plan ahead and after so that I can enjoy Thanksgiving and I can eat in a healthy manner. But during the holidays, there's office parties, there's Christmas parties. Alcohol tends to be involved, which I completely avoid these days because I have to. But just be mindful that those are extra calories, mostly sugar, as it ends up being burned in your body later on. And so if you're gonna, have that couple glasses of wine or whatever, no problem. But just again, factor that in to what you're doing during the holidays. And again, as the gifts are handmade gifts, which I love, people are baking and they're bringing pies and cakes and cookies and all of those things. Again, just enjoy them, but keep them to a minimum. Number four is something that has changed a little bit over the years. Um, Calorie counting has always been around, and it's simply, for me today, a game of mathematics. And but it takes knowledge and it takes some time. And again, that investment has been very rewarding to me in my present health. So, first of all, I use technology. I use a watch that keeps track of, calories and how many steps that I'm taking. And it gives me an idea of what calories I'm burning just in a normal day in my normal routine. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I weight lift. On Tuesdays and Thursdays are completely all 100% cardiovascular days for me. And so I'll jog or run. And Sunday is simply just a day of rest for me. It's the Sabbath, and I just use it to relax and regenerate. I will usually maybe take a walk, a bike ride, get some sun, and just relax. And so if we're knowing that I burn, 1,000 calories a day, or 2,000 calories a day, 3,000 calories a day, if you're really super active, then I know that I can eat that many calories per day and I'm not going to gain or lose any weight. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I will call that the maintenance phase of your physical abundance. So right now I'm in maintenance mode. I'm no longer trying to lose any weight. And if I gain a few pounds here and there, like I just described in the holidays, I know that subtracting some calories from my diet after the holidays and continuing to work out the same I am, that those extra 2 or 3 or 4 pounds that I gained in the holidays will come off. Now, when I started this process, I was eating probably 5,000 calories a day, and I wasn't doing much of any physical activity at all. And so, the pounds were coming on, month after month, year after year, until I got to 300 pounds and decided I had to do something different. So now, again, it's the counting of calories has changed a little bit, as I mentioned, because it's the quality of those calories as well. And here's the thing. So if I'm eating a lot of carbohydrates, sugars, and they process very differently in your body. And in order to burn those, to prevent them from being stored as sugar, you have to work out at a much higher heart rate. And most clubs that I've been to have a target heart rate and a 75% and so on. And as you get older, that declines. You don't have to any longer get your heart rate as high to burn carbohydrates and fat and proteins as you used to. The thing is this, if I'm eating a high carb diet, then I need to be working out at a pretty high pace in order to burn those calories. So there's a lot of things about the keto diets and the Atkins diets and so forth where you're eating more fat than carbohydrates. The wonderful thing about that is that in order to burn fat, I don't have to have my heart rate as high, and I can burn that fat very effectively. And I was 220 pounds. Getting these last 10 pounds off, I tried the keto diet, and not only did it work, it worked kind of scary, because I got down to 200 pounds and said, I don't feel the way that I want to feel. And so now I'm back around, 209, 210, somewhere in there. And that seems to be my happy spot. According to some physicians, my ideal weight would be 200 pounds. Well, that might be ideal in some book someplace, but it wasn't ideal for me and how I felt. And I encourage you to listen to my video on meditation, which talks a lot more about meditation and getting in touch with your body and what it needs and what it's telling you on a daily basis. So let's continue on here. So number 5 is something that I just really thought was basically insane, and it was suggested to me by my dear fiance, and she has trouble sometimes at the rate and how quickly I eat, and therefore that's a problem, and it's a problem for a lot of reasons. Most importantly, if you're eating very, very quickly and you've starved yourself during the day, your stomach does not have sufficient time to tell your brain when it's full, because you're eating too quickly. And so what she suggested to me was that I slow down. And at the beginning, who the heck are you to tell me how to eat? Well, it was very impactful, because now I take a bite of food and I chew it until it's completely gone. And it sounds silly, I know it. And as I'm cutting and putting the fork to my mouth, I set my utensils back down on my plate and actually chew and enjoy what I'm eating. It's not about eating just to eat because I'm so full. It's eating and enjoying what I'm eating and enjoying the different spices and things. And, and it's really worked for me. And I'm enjoying my food better. And here's my caution too with that. And again, I spot this in other people because I had it myself. I got it. If I spot it in somebody else, I usually got it myself. And what used to happen was I would starve myself during the day, and then I would eat this gigantic meal at the end of the night, and I would feel full and go to sleep. Well, that causes, and it trained my body to burn what I was eating very inefficiently. Because my body said, all right, I'm eating all this food now, but I'm going to have to store this food because he's not going to eat for another 12 to 15 hours. He's just going to drink coffee and Diet Cokes, and he's not going to eat anything. So I now, my body speaking, have to process this over this long period of time. And so it was storing a lot of sugar and wasn't burning it effectively. So the other part I would say is that eat lots of little meals during the day. And again, meditation's been very important to me because I feel like I'm much more in tune with what my body's telling me. If I'm hungry, I eat. And if you're trying to keep a fire burning, a wood fire in your fireplace, you stoke the thing up and it burns like crazy. And if you don't keep attending to that fire, it's eventually going to go out. So the theory is put a log on that fire every now and then and keep that thing burning at a very efficient pace. And your body is then going to start to believe you that you're going to put more food in it later, so it's going to burn what you're eating at the present time. And then lastly, salt and sugar, and pastas and things, these are dangerous. And salt is, obviously it tastes very, very good, and it brings food alive in a lot of ways. And it's just something that if you can eliminate it from your diet, all the better. If not, controlling it is important. And again, going back to the very first thing, read the label. I think you'll be surprised by how many milligrams of salt come in food in general, especially processed foods. And if you're adding salt to your taste, that's probably an issue, and that it would behoove you to sit down and take a look at it. And sugar's the same thing. And again, I understand it because I did it for years. So I haven't eaten all day because, I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm not going to eat as much. And I wait till the very end of the day and then eat my big meal. But invariably, my body is sending me messages during the day that it's hungry, it's weak, it's feeling tired and restless. And so what do? Well, you put an extra couple scoops of sugar into the coffee that you're drinking, or that candy bar is a pretty good idea, or the M&Ms that somebody brought in or whatever, and you find yourself binging on that sugar during the day, and it does make you feel better, but then the crash invariably comes later, and then you need more sugar, and so on and so forth. And so again, for me, it's about knowledge of what's going on inside me. It's about taking care of that, feeding my body and training my body to burn what I'm eating very quickly and very efficiently. And I found these steps helped me very much. And it's to the point now where I almost don't even think about it because the training that I've done, it's become just a lifestyle for me these days. So anyway, look for us at abundantlifeslc.com, and we look forward to talking with you in the future and trudging our way along this road to health and abundance. Take care now. Bye-bye.